So I had some time and thought we could continue our color meditations on the Rainbow Ray. So I have the Rainbow Ray spray. So we'll just spray it and see what comes up. We'll pull a color card and just see which color comes out for us to focus on, what messages come through for it. Oh, alrighty. Let's see what it is. Ooh, Burgundy. Alrighty. Awaken your passion. I really like this. This is giving me, hang on. This is giving me Kali Mall vibes. This dark red with the black and the burgundy. Like, it really is giving me this Kali Mall vibe. And Kali Mall is definitely a passionate energy. It's about liberation and rebirth and just really awakening. Yeah, awaken your passion. Let's see if the book has anything. I feel like the book for this particular one, number 10, might be pretty helpful. So let's see. Okay, so it does have a affirmation that we'll say as we get into the meditation. And it just suggests you to spend time connecting with your passion. One thing that I find helpful is you can channel for yourself. So many times we think of channeling as being like this chanting and all this, like, not that there's anything wrong with the fancy. I loved some of the channelers, but it doesn't have to be fancy. It can be as simple as taking some of them nice deep, I call them box breaths, where you're like in for 4 counts, hold for 4 counts, out for 4 counts or longer. I usually start with 4 just because if you're not used to breathing like that, it can be awkward and hard and you get too much in your head. And then writing down, just asking your higher self, what am I passionate about? So then you just write down what you're passionate about and do this like on a regular basis. Try to do it every day or a couple times a week and just see what comes up for you, because you might be surprised. And one thing I wanted to remind you of is you can be a light worker in your 9-to-5 job. So you don't have to quit your corporate job. You don't have to find a whole new career, a whole new passion to shine your light and be healing people by just holding the light within you. Doing this work in your off time is just as helpful as doing it as your full-time job. So we'll see what Kali has to say. It's to me, a very spicy, energetic spray. And then I have this beautiful, like, burgundy feather that I'm gonna put on. It's got a kyanite stone on it. So we'll just see what information comes through. It just feels very Kali, very wild to have it on. So let's start by, now is the time we're gonna do the meditation. So if you wanna close your eyes, have a piece of paper, get comfortable, just see what comes up for you. So take a nice deep breath in through the nose for 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold for 4, 3, 2, 1, and out for 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold 4, 3, 2, 1, and deep breath in and hold and release and hold. One more big deep breath for 4, 3, 2, 1, and out 4, 3, 2, 1. Now is the greatest time ever to get honest with yourself about what you're passionate about, how you choose to spend your time, Maybe taking a step away from the social medias, maybe taking a step away from the hustle and bustle and the rush mentality, rebirthing into this peaceful version of yourself, rebirthing into the best version of yourself. That's not to say that every day will be perfect. That's not to say every day will be easy. But it may be making one small choice to drink extra water that day, park a little farther in the parking lot just to get that extra walk, those extra steps in, just to help clear your mind a little bit. For you, it might be doing an online grocery order so that you don't have to get overstressed by walking through the grocery store. But now is the time to get serious about what you're passionate about. Maybe you are really passionate about helping people find their dream home, and that's beautiful. And that is you being your light worker self. Maybe you work at a bank and you are passionate about helping people get their funds they need to make their dream come true. And that makes you a light worker. You don't have to quit your job and become a yoga teacher or a Reiki master or any of the spiritual things to be a light worker. Holding your light and staying true to who you are is just as important and as the healers and the space holders. It could be that smile that you give someone that shines light into their world that they didn't even know they needed until you just looked them in the eye and smiled. That simple look in the eye, seeing someone, might be enough to turn their day around. So take some time now to sit with yourself and really investigate what it is that you're passionate about. It might be reading books, it might be journaling. You might have wanted to write that book or start a blog, start a podcast, start any kind of thing where you just put your thoughts out there. Maybe they don't go to anyone just yet. You just start writing down ideas. But take this time to envision yourself walking up some steps as you go to meet your soul self, your higher self, the part of you that's been a different version in many lives. And just ask your higher self, your soul self, what it is you need to know about the passion and the life you're living now. Just take a few moments, making note of if you see an animal, if anyone from your past pops up, loved ones that may have crossed over to the other side. Just slowly thinking about what you're passionate about. And just hearing to remind you, now is the time to take those little things that you've been putting off. That class you've wanted to take, the yoga you wanted to start, the walking, the little health things. Now is the time to take that stuff serious. We're not saying that you can't transcend, you can't evolve, you can't do whatever it is, whatever word you want to assign the evolution that's happening. That can all happen, even if you eat McDonald's. We're just saying it might be a smoother transition if you throw a little extra water in there. Some electrolytes. Really sit with yourself and just ask yourself, what does my body physically need from me? What does my emotional state need from me? I challenge you to start saying no when you want to say no, and say yes when you want to say yes. Our time here on this earthly plane is so finite that we can't even imagine how quickly it can be here one day and gone the next. So just remember that when you're going about your daily life. It's okay to stop and smell the roses. It's okay to say no. It's okay to say yes. Now, whenever you're ready, wiggling your fingers, wiggling your toes, slowly come back to yourself, and we will pull a Keepers of the Light card to go with our Burgundy card to see who comes up. Well, you kind of can't make this stuff up. Kali Ma herself came up out of this deck. I knew she was in there. I had a feeling it might come up. And Kali Ma is reminding us to face our fear. So that thing that you're passionate about that scares the dickens out of you, that thing, that fear that you're feeling, that's your passion. And it also says major spiritual changes are unfolding. This is your chance to soar. So I definitely take that as this, if you're watching this, this is a timeless reading. If you're watching this and you've gotten to this far, definitely means that this is a time for you to face that fear, for you to reach out to that spiritual person, to take that extra step to just get to know what it is that I'm hearing spiritually nudging you. So it's very interesting that Kali Ma came up. So I do want to remind you, if you're local, I do see people in person. I'm booked into the end of June if you're local. I also do recorded sessions. So if you wanted me to do a card reading or an intuitive healing session for you, I would basically record it, uplink it to a private link on YouTube, and then send it to you to watch and receive the healing at your own time. I do also do, like, if you're not local and you want to like a live via Zoom session, I do offer those as well. Those are, again, you would just book it on the website and make the note that that you don't live local and you'd be receiving it. And then I'd send you a Zoom link and we could link up that way. But I would love to help answer whatever questions you have. But face that fear, that passion that's burning in you, whatever the scariest step right now is the step we need to take. So I hope that helps you, and I hope that you have a beautiful day, night, whenever you're watching this. And I thank you for coming to my page. Feel free to like and subscribe so that you get notifications when I upload videos. It's felt like I've been uploading a lot lately just because it just seems like the energies are shifting and it's time to just really be present and help whoever it is I'm meant to help on this crazy journey. So I'll put a link for the sprays, for this spray below and the other spray I used, and let me know if you guys need anything. I'll talk to you later.